Hi, welcome to my lab and Happy New Year, guys. Today, and for the first episode of this year, I will start the reverse engineering of this electronic board. So there is one large electronic board and there are two small boards here. Okay, so let's start to disassemble this one. Okay, so it seems complicated. There are several wires which are soldered on that board. It is a little bit annoying, so I think I will remove the complete assembly here. Okay, look at that. We can see that we have several medium power resistors in series, 22 kilo ohms each. We can see that this board is not very complicated. There is a transistor here. This is an op-amp 741. There are two transformers. You can see the value 2.5 millihenries, 1-to-1 ratio. The reference is PE4294. And there is another one which is probably identical. So there is a strange part here in the middle. It goes inside the mechanical assembly actually. I will need to remove the connections. I don't know what is this part. I will try to measure some resistances. Okay, so there is a resistance of 4 ohms between these two terminals. 46 kilo ohms. So this one is more or less open. And here there is a resistance of 86 ohms on the opposite side. So it seems that there is one coil on each side of this part. Okay, so we have here a big SCR. This is a transistor, probably BSV17-10. Dead code 82. Now we need to remove this SCR in order to see the complete reference. I think it will be complicated to remove that board. Okay, we can see with more details the coil here. So there is one wire connected here. So there is another one connected on the rear side of the coil. Actually, it is connected on the bottom. It is this wire here connected to the SCR. And that board is connected also to one terminal here. It is difficult to see. You can see here. There is a connection with this screw. So I will need to remove this wire before in order to get access to the nuts here. Actually, this wire here realizes the connection between the coil and this input. So this is probably the input of the lamp, which should be inside this thing. Okay, and these two wires are also connected to the lamp. These are shielded cables. Okay, so now it should be possible to remove the complete assembly. Okay, except one wire. This one here. So this one is connected to the bottom side of the coil. Okay, so we can see this coil made by Ferranti. So one connection is here, the second here, 1 and 2. Okay, so let's remove this wire. Okay, and this is the electronics board, at least for the pulse generation for the lamp. Okay, so I will do the reverse engineering of this stuff. I think it will take at least one complete day. It is not so obvious. We can see that there are some wires connected on the bottom side. Okay, but for the moment, let's see what you have under this cover. I don't know if I need to remove these screws. I don't want to destroy something. So I will try to remove these 3 screws. Okay, I forgot one screw. Look at that. So effectively we can remove this thing. So this is the laser assembly, the resonator. Look at that. I try to orientate this thing to have a better view. So we can see that it is effectively absolutely identical to that thing. So we have the YAG rod here. We have the folding prism here, which is that thing here. So we can notice the polarizer, okay, with the telescope just here, and this prism. So the polarizer is here, you can recognize, and there is this prism which permits to have the output of the laser beam on that direction here. The telescope is here, and there is a Q switch, okay, which is that thing here, and effectively you can see, it is difficult to see, but you can see that the poroprism is actually rotated 45 degrees. Look at that. Okay, so look at that. This is the poroprism. You can notice the orientation 45 degrees. So the interesting thing is the Q switch. So I don't know what is this device here. It is a potted module, but it is interesting to know that the input of the Q switch are these two connections here. So this will help for the reverse engineering. So this thing is connected to the YAG rod. This is the connection of the lamp, and we can see also the second pass of the laser beam light here. So there is a folding prism here. It is difficult to see, but it is here. It is that thing here. There is a second prism here. It is difficult to see, but it is below. It is here. And the poroprism mirror here is that thing here. Okay, it is this one here. So this thing is effectively absolutely identical to the actual instrument. Okay, so I think it's enough for today. I will start the reverse engineering, and next time I will show you the schematics of the pulse generator for the lamp, and also the control of the Q switch here. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.